showing up and cheering on your girls, cheering on our team. It does not go unnoticed, and we appreciate you guys for that, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy and all the things. But also to the players, it's been a fun season, so it's just always a good time. Also to our team mom, Ms. Swartzel, we appreciate her immensely, yes. I'm not the only one who appreciates you. Everyone does. It's one of those things, just having a team mom who is in charge and can send out the information daily, weekly, whatever the case, is just extremely helpful. So thank you very much. We appreciate you more than you realize. So all that to be said, I'm going to kind of go through just number order and kind of read off kind of something that I wrote about each of the girls. So it is number order, so girls, you can kind of keep track of who's going first and whatnot. So all that to be said, the very first person is going to be Isabel. And Isabel, you can come on up as I'm talking about you. So Isabel is one of those players who we very much appreciate. She is someone who is not afraid to get on the floor in the best way. She will throw her body around like no other, and at times I'm like, oh my gosh, that has to hurt, but she's more than willing to do it. And we appreciate her for so many reasons, but that's one of the big ones. So Isabella, if you want to come on down, do your little certificates. So this next person also is a lovely individual, is such a joy to have on the team, is one of those people who always has a smile on her face. I don't think I've ever seen this girl upset or angry or any sort of emotion in that way. This is a girl who showed up every day to practice, who wanted to learn, wanted to get better, was willing to do whatever was asked of her and do it with a smile on her face. So Ava, come on down. So our next person also is just a breath of fresh air in the best way, is always with a smile, making jokes, keeping people engaged, is willing to do whatever is asked of her. She is one person who worked hard daily in the gym. Every single day, came in determined, was there to set up the net, do all the basic little things, and it showed. It never went without being noticed. So, come on down, Mackenzie. Okay, so next we have another individual who has worked her tail off this season, has worked very, very hard, constantly just moving, working on trying to get the new skills down and whatnot. Even when she was not involved in a drill, she was off to the side working to try to get things and understand footwork and things like that. So she was always doing something to try to better herself. She also was very engaged, just no matter where she was on the court or in practice and whatnot. We appreciate her for that. So Parker, come on down. So this next girl also is one of those people who is more than willing to do whatever is asked of the team, asked of her for the team. She is trying to do everything and anything to help better us as a school, as a program. She's a driven individual on and off the court. She is always asking questions, trying to understand, okay, what's the best thing? What should I have done here? How can I better this ball? Whatever that looks like. So Jocelyn, come on down. So this next player is a very competitive player. She is one of those people who wants to be the best that she can be every day in the gym. She wants to challenge her teammates in the best way to always be better as well. She's very much a joy to have in the huddle and giving feedback and things like that. And certain drills, especially the block 10, there would be times when this player would already have done her portion of the drill and then turn and say, Coach, I want to go again. Like, I want to do it again. I want to work to get better. And so it's one of those things that you can't teach that. That's just her, who she is as a person, and it's fun to see. So Brian, come on down. So this next player, seeing this person grow just from middle school to high school and whatnot, it's been fun to see. This player has been thrown into a lot of positions over the last 2 years of her volleyball career, and she has taken it all in stride. This is a player that was more than willing to do whatever was asked of her. I know there was a game or two where we threw her in as an outside, and she's like, okay, like, sure, I'll do it. In the best way, and she was more than willing to. And she's like, oh gosh, yeah, why are we bringing that up? But it's one of those things that, as part of the team, it very much helped us grow as a team, as individuals, to work together and whatnot. So Caitlin, come on down. So this next person is someone who unfortunately was not able to finish out the season playing on the court just due to injury and whatnot, but that did not stop her from being a team player for us as a team, as a whole. This person would do anything, whether that be protect my Diet Coke at practice, would libero track, would do whatever needed to happen in order to help the good of the team when she couldn't physically be on the court. And we very much appreciate her for that, just because she did the little things that go overlooked often, but were very, very helpful for me as a coach, but also for the players. She also was our CEO on the bench because she was there and couldn't play, and so she took it upon herself to be very much the energy that we needed on the court and on the bench for us as a team. So, Bailey, come on here. So this next player is someone that I had the pleasure of working with last year on JV. And so seeing this player grow from last year to this year is always really fun. I feel like going from freshman to sophomore year, that's always just a big jump for players in general, because you're kind of like, oh, you're thrown into the high school world, and then all of a sudden you've had club and, you know, a year to kind of get your feet under you, and then you're ready as a sophomore to come in. And so this player was someone who very much has grown in the past year, just in her confidence in herself and her ability, and that very much shows, and we love to see how driven she is. She was a great decision maker for us. She mixed up the ball in lots of different areas and setting different players and keeping everyone engaged. And so as a setter, that's one of those things that you ask for. So ladies, come on down. So this next player was someone over the course of the season who I feel like had a lot of aha moments. We would talk about things in practice, whether it be one-on-one or as a team or whatever that looked like, and she would then kind of have these moments where she'd be like, oh my gosh, I see it now. One of those examples being reading the hitters. You know, we talk about it all the time, but it's one of those things that until you really see it, it's really hard to understand, like, what is coach talking about? And so this player had that aha moment, and from there on out, it was a whole different ballgame in the best way. And this player was moving constantly and reading hitters, moving to the ball, moving her feet. So it was a fun transition to watch. So Mary Claire, come on down. Okay, this next player is someone who I also had the pleasure of working with last year as well as this year. This is a girl who has so much potential, so much drive, is showing up to every sort of practice to get there, get better, shows up to every game to work hard and finish the drill. She shows up to the varsity games in support of them. She's supportive of this entire program, and I can't wait to watch her grow in the next couple of years. So Alexis, come on down. So this next player is someone who kept people laughing, and I think myself laughing maybe the most, just because she would say the darndest things that would crack me up. She also is one of those people that would keep people on the court engaged. She was a beast on the right side in the best way. She was a very consistent hitter for us. She very much worked hard to be able to finish the drill, finish the point. And we value her effort and her success over the course of the season. So, Jeremy, come on down. Okay. Our next player is someone who is a very consistent player. This player is someone that if you need to keep the ball in play or want to finish the point or whatever that looks like, whatever the purpose of our point is, this player is someone who has so much ball control that you know it's going to go in the courts. And so it's one of those things that we appreciate to have that consistency to be able to push to the next level. So Bree, come on in. This player is someone who very much reads the courts. This is a player who I think understands the game very, very well. She has seen a lot over the course of her volleyball career, and she is very, very good at reading what hitters, setters, passers, whatever the player is on the other side of the court. This is a player who is very good at adjusting to whatever is happening. She reads things very, very well. She also, I love seeing her get excited about a point just because it's always so fun and energizing and brings the team together in all the fun ways. So Lola, this is for you. Okay, and then last but not least, this player is someone who keeps everyone engaged in our game. Whatever that game is. You may be in a gym with 2, 3 other courts having things going on, or you may be in a gym where you know you're going to play this other team in a little while, or whatever that looks like. But this is a player who kept our head in the game to our current game and our current situation. She very much is one of those people who would move all over the court. She would adjust to hitters. She was always there and willing to step up whenever we needed her. So, Bernasia, this one's for you. Awards for team awards, I should say, are to our 2 managers. They cannot be here tonight, but I do want to give them a shout out just because they were here all season. They did a lot of libero tracking, bookkeeping. That way our parents could actually enjoy the games and actually watch. So it's one of those things we do appreciate their efforts. They both had cheerleading and stuff tonight, so they couldn't be here, but we'll make sure their efforts are appreciated. And then from here, we're going to do our team awards. So we're going to go through just 3 awards. From the JV level, you will see that we go through 3 awards every single year. We have the most improved, the coaches award, and then the MVP. And then varsity will kind of do a similar deal. So this award goes to a player who, over the course of the season, came in and was like, put me where you need me, coach. I will do whatever you ask. And I was like, okay, I love that mentality. And so this player very much took what we said in practice, took ideas, listened to our teammates, worked with others, and by the end of the season became a very, very consistent player for us. And we appreciate her efforts, and so that is why this Most Improved Award goes to Ava Jones. This is one of those awards, the Coaches Award. This is one of those awards that it's really hard to put a label on what players do to give you this award. Because it's one of those things that this award means so much more than just, oh, you have really great stats for whatever your position is. This is an award that shows your leadership, it shows your consistency as a player, your energy. There's so many different layers to this award. But it's one of those things that, as a player, you want to see those people on your court and want to see them bring that energy every single day. And this player did that, so this award goes to Lola Lee. And then this very last award that I have, this goes to a player who was a key player for us over the course of the season, was someone who very much pushed herself, pushed the rest of the team, always trying to get better. Every day we came into the gym, she would do things outside of practice. She would always ask for feedback, just all the things that you want to see in a player. But also this was a player that the girls very much respected as well, and was someone who was able to be a consistent finisher for us as a whole. And so this award for MVP goes to Alexis Mills. And so now I'm going to pass it off to Coach Self. So she's going to be kind of our closer and whatnot.
Okay, so varsity players, you will get your letter tonight. Your pens, bars, volleyball pin, manager things, they are being ordered. So when you get your state patches and your region champ patches, I will get you that bar at that time. Okay, so you're only going to get a letter today. Your letter and your certificate. So just don't be stressed. I got you. Okay, so I want to start off saying a few thank yous. Thank you to our board, Corey Irby, Mickey Kite, Tamika Leaf, and Stephanie Dunlap for stepping up, keeping everything on track, helping us move things along, doing all the behind the scenes with fundraising and all of that stuff, late night meetings, all of the things, dealing with all the crazy 8 p.m. Zoom meetings. I appreciate you guys and the time that you've put in to helping the program be successful and head in a positive direction. Also, thank you to the parents that were a part of the senior night and the banquet committee and for making the place look beautiful and all of the food and all of the little details for tonight and for senior night. I know I appreciated it immensely not having to worry about the decorations, just worrying about all the awards and things. And I appreciate you guys organizing and dealing with this outside of my wheelhouse. You guys did awesome. So thank you so much for organizing and taking care of all of this. Thank you to our team mom, Ms. Blodros. I have a card for you. I'll get it to you. We appreciate you organizing, making sure that everybody knew food, who line judged, all those things. So we appreciate the time and the energy that took. I know keeping everybody going is sometimes a thankless job, so we appreciate that as well. Thank you to the parents for line judging. You guys all do a way better job than the people we pay way too much money for. I appreciate you guys being willing to stand there and get yelled at and get dirty looks and all the things. I appreciate you guys driving and getting food and all the last minute, like, hey, I forgot my spandex. Oh, I have the wrong shirt. All of those many trips that you guys do back and forth to the school. I super appreciate that, and I know the girls do too, even though sometimes it's like, oh, I forgot my spandex. Does it have to be a big deal? Yes, you forgot your spandex. You're going to get the attitude with that too. So I appreciate you guys and all the effort that you put in making all of this work. I super appreciate all of the energy and everything that you guys had Saturday. That was awesome. Thank you, coaches, spouses, admin. I know admin's not here tonight. They're, I think, at flag football. I appreciate all of the time that they put into helping us host region, being at the events to make sure if somebody needs to be thrown out, we get those people escorted out. I appreciate their support and them being there and helping facilitate all the things that we need in order to be successful. So in terms of this season, obviously you see this is a very well-decorated table. We are currently 34-7, and I say currently because we are still playing. We play the Elite 8 round, the quarterfinals on Wednesday at 6 p.m. here. So we are currently still in playoffs. We are the reigning region champs for the second season in a row. And we are undefeated in the region for 2 consecutive years. That goes region tournament and regular season. So congratulations. So that's the big trophy is the region trophy. The smaller trophy is our Cobb County tournament runner-up. And then we were also the runner-up for the Sequoia Classic, which both of those were our highest finishes to date. So we were super excited about where we placed in both of those tournaments as well. Okay. So if the following people would come up, Kellen Flynn, Gabby Floyd, Caitlin Height, Mia Height, Cora Hollingsworth, Reagan Mosier, McKenna Spilantros. Come on, just... So these young ladies were part of the all-region team. So Kellen, Gabby, Caitlin, Reagan, and McKenna were all first team, Cora and Mia were second team, and Kellen was also your co-region player of the year. We also had some big milestones this season. Caitlin hit 1,000 assists at the North Paulding game, and Kellen also hit 1,000 digs at the North Paulding game. So overall, you can see that we are pretty well decorated so far. We are looking for more though. We are not finished. We still have big hopes and dreams, and I know that this group, more than anything, wants a banner in that gym because they're tired of just seeing all the other things. So we are not done. We still have lots of different things that we can earn and achieve, and I've talked with some of them individually. So don't think that just because we're having the banquet that this means that our success is over. We are still going, we are still grinding, we still have things to achieve and keep going. So what I've done this season is I've tried to do like superlatives, for lack of a better word, for everybody. So when we started this season, we started with team bonding over the summer, and the teams had to put together a puzzle. And so what they didn't know to start with was that each of them was given pieces of the same puzzle. They were under the impression that each group had their own puzzle. And so the intent was to realize that, hey, we need everybody to help in order to create this big puzzle. And so that theme has kind of trickled over into our puzzle of losers, for lack of a better. And so we have a puzzle in my classroom where every team that we've beaten, we've added a piece to our puzzle. And so for some magical, I don't even know how, we had exactly enough puzzle pieces to get us to the state championship. So we are 3 puzzle pieces away from filling our puzzle, and we are 3 games away from getting a ring. So in that same thought process, everybody has a role, whether it's a stat role or a sideline role or whatever that looks like. And so the intent of the superlatives is to help you kind of see your role and how you do fit into this big puzzle of success that we are trying to build. So kind of keep that in mind as we go through this. So I kind of do it by class, and then I'll do it alphabetical if that gives you an idea. So first up, we have Sierra Forwards. So Sierra is receiving our Best Listener Award. So I think they think that I don't watch them. So Sierra is always the person that is like somebody's ear when they need to talk. And she's always she's there when like you can tell somebody's having a rough day. Sierra is the person that's there. She's also a great listener when it comes to getting correction and feedback in practice or in games. She's like, hey, what did I do? Hey, what do I need to fix? What is wrong with this? Whatever. And so she does a great job listening and trying to improve and being there for her teammates. So that is why she is our best listener. Next up, we have Mia Heights. Mia is our Rookie of the Year. Okay. So Mia is our Rookie of the Year. She has done a great job stepping in as a freshman. She rises to the occasion, even when she's not really sure that that's the situation she wants to be in. We've had at the scrimmage, she was like, I'm going to be libero? Yes, you're going to do it, and you're going to do a great job. And so she very much has done whatever it is that we've asked, and she's really owned that role. And she's a super competitive kid, and she's very tough on herself, and so we appreciate that, and that's why she's our Rookie of the Year. Next up is our one and only sophomore, Brooklyn. Brooklyn is our opportunity finder. So we went back and forth. We wanted to say we were the most opportunistic, but that sounded like kind of conniving, and you're not conniving at all. So for Brooklyn, we feel like she makes the most of every opportunity that she has. She finds success in any of the situations that we put her in. And so we are super excited to see what that looks like moving forward. And so Brooklyn is our one and only sophomore this year. managers, Zoe and Taylor. We appreciate our managers. They do a great job keeping us entertained, laughing. They also do a great job of counting to 25 and making sure that we keep up with the kid in the different colored jersey. But all kidding aside, we appreciate them putting in their time and energy. I know that they have a ton of other stuff going on. And so we appreciate them coming out and helping us and helping the parents be able to watch and not have to work the table and do all of those things. Next up, we have Nyla Boswell. Nyla is our small but mighty award winner. So, when we did camp this summer, the camp runner, Anna, was asking, are there any players that play bigger than their size? And I said, absolutely. Nyla being one of those. And so Nyla definitely has, I think, the highest vertical on our team. And the thing that we appreciate about Nyla is once she gets hot and once she's get going, you're not going to stop her. And so that is why she is our small but mighty award winner. Next up is Kellen Flynn. Kellen receives the Most Digs Award. Kellen works very hard defensively. She runs down some balls that absolutely terrified me. I thought she was going to eat the bleachers this weekend. And so we appreciate all of the hard work that she does back there. I know a lot of times defensively, the blocks, the digs, those types of things from you guys go unnoticed because they're not always the super flashy thing. So we definitely appreciate those kids that are busting tail and making those things happen. Next up we have Alea Hicks. Alea is our most supportive teammate. Alea does a great job in practice of being a great teammate. She will check in on people when she sees something happened, let me check in on them. She does a great job of, if somebody's upset, finding them, trying to see what's going on. She does a wonderful job trying to take criticism and take feedback and get better. It's hard sometimes when you're getting corrections to take that, and so we super appreciate that, and that's why Alea is our most supportive teammate. Grace Lee. Grace is our hustler recipient. Grace comes in, works hard every day. She is highly competitive and wants to make sure that she is doing the best that she can and making the corrections that she can. She is busting tail. Even right now, she's kind of battling through a sprained ankle, and so we super appreciate how hard she's working and how much effort she puts in to get better every day. Next up, we have Emerald Lee. So Emerald is the most dedicated award winner. Emerald has kind of been moved around from place to place. She played some middle this summer, she's played some right side, she's played some outside, she's kind of bounced around. And everywhere that we put her, she's had a great attitude about it. She works hard, and she tries to make sure that wherever it is that she's put, that she's going to do the best that she can. And so she has done a great job adjusting and kind of bouncing around, and so we super appreciate that. And so she is the most dedicated. Next up, we have Jake Holmes. She is our most positive award winner. There is never a time that I don't see Jamie with a smile on her face and with something positive to say. Even when she gets hit in the face 1,000 times, she's still laughing and smiling about it, and we're like, kid, you're no sleep. She's like, it's okay, I'm good. And so even when it's not all going her way, she finds a way to smile and to still stay positive and still try to get better and keep looking. And so we super appreciate that. Next up, we have Jayla Shepard. award winner. In her own words, she's overcome a lot this season, and in my words, she still comes in each day with a great attitude and ready to work and ready to try to get better. Even last week, she's like, hey, what can I do? What do I need to fix here? And so we super appreciate that, and just having that mindset and that attitude every day of practice. All right, next up we have our seniors. So we're going to start with our senior manager, Anna Sembra. Anna probably deserves like all of the awards because she's had to deal with me for 2 semesters, and she's also been our manager for 3 years. So she's still here. We haven't run her off yet. Anna has a great attitude and such a mature presence. She handles being at the table, dealing with whatever interesting folks may show up at the table. And she handles that with a lot of grace and ease that we super appreciate and we will miss next year. We appreciate her coming in and learning the game and being able to adjust and kind of help make sure things run well. She's done a lot outside to like keep up with stats and learn actually how the game works. And so we appreciate all of your time, effort, and energy that you've put into this. Next up we have Gabby Fullwood. Gabby is the recipient of our highest hitting percentage. Gabby has been on varsity for 4 years, but she's been in the program since middle school. She is a very competitive individual, and she has a very magnetic personality. She always gets everybody to like buy in and laugh and have a good time, so we appreciate that. Currently, to date, she has 765 kills with a hitting percentage of this season of .273. She has 196 blocks, 83 aces, and maybe your most impressive stat is 230 digs. Next up, we have Caitlin Heights. Caitlin is our recipient of most assists. So currently she has 1,742 for her career, and she is very close to hitting 1,000 for this season. So she is at 976 for this season. Okay, Caitlin has been on varsity for 4 years. Caitlin, can we flash back to you serve receiving? Can we flash back to you? No? That was my favorite. But she has also been in our program since middle school. She came in her freshman year and played DS a little bit for us, but ever since then she's been setting. She does a great job taking feedback and trying to improve. We appreciate her attitude and her work ethic when we try something new, and so we hope that we continue on, and I know we've talked about her personal goal is for us to keep playing so she can hit that 1,000 assists for the season. So your assists are 1742, you have 511 digs, 57 blocks, 116 aces, and 117 kills. Next up we have Cora Hollingsworth. Cora is the recipient of Kindest Heart. Cora, Cora has also been on varsity for 4 years. She is another individual that is always positive. She always works hard and does it selflessly. She does a lot of things that are intangible for us. Touches on the block, running a route even when she's not necessarily getting the set, covering, helping the setter. And so all of those things we appreciate immensely. For her career, she has 114 blocks, 49 digs, and 310 kills. Next up, we have Reagan Mosher. You are the recipient of most blocks. Yes. So this season, you are our block leader. So varsity is, Reagan has also been on varsity for about 4 years, and she has been in the program since she was in 8th grade. She is a very, very competitive individual. She is also a perfectionist. But she also balances all of that well with her happy, bubbly personality, which is why she gets the nickname Sunshine. One thing that we appreciate is that she always wants to do the right thing, and she's done all of the things this season, a lot like Emerlyn. She's bounced around from hitting position to hitting position, and we super appreciate that. Your career stats to this point are 106 blocks with 70 this season, 205 digs, 36 aces, and 280 kills. Next up we have McKenna Spilotros. McKenna is the recipient of most kills this season. McKenna has been on varsity for 4 years, and she, again, has also been in the program since she was in middle school. She is competitive, she's driven, she's a leader. She's done a great job of being our steadfast person this season. We like to, Flynn and I like to talk, when we're, scouting and stuff, we're McKenna's just that quiet killer. They don't really think that she does anything, and, all of a sudden, it's 15 kills later, and they never adjusted. She does a great job in serve receive, she does a great job defensively, and so, right now for your season, you have 48 blocks, 931 digs, 176 aces, and 773 kills. So, varsity does one more award than JV. We add in the scholar athletes. One of the things that I appreciate about your daughters is that they are all very driven on the court and in the classroom. And there's not a lot of programs where a scholar athlete is so highly competitive as it is here. Most of your girls balance taking multiple APs, multiple honors courses, and so when we have to check GPAs for the scholar athlete, it is always a close race. So our scholar athlete recipient is McKenna Spilotros with a 4.438 GPA. One of the awards that we take a lot of pride in and we spend a lot of time talking and adjusting is figuring out the most improved player. And so we want to make sure that we are acknowledging that everybody has made progress across the season, but we like to highlight the person that we feel like has made the most gains and has had the best attitude about that. And so our most improved player this season is Grace Lee. So we call our Coaches Award the Hawk Award, and we try to highlight somebody that we feel like is the best representation of a Hawk. And so that's somebody that works hard, has a good attitude, is a great leader. Whatever it is that we ask, they have a great attitude about. It's not something that is frustrating to coach. They're a pleasure to coach because they're always receptive and wanting to do better. And so our Hawk Award recipient this season is Reagan Mosher. And last but not least is our Most Valuable Player Award. And so our Most Valuable Player this year is McKenna Spilotros. Okay, so just to kind of wrap up, and I've already kind of said this, but the requirements of being a student athlete in society today are at times very overwhelming. I know that our athletes work hard in the classroom, they're involved in clubs and other extracurricular activities at the school, and they balance playing volleyball, most of them year-round. We appreciate the time and effort that goes into being a student athlete, but also being a parent. Our theme all season has been family, forget about me, I love you, and while not everything can always go exactly how we would like, we all have contributed to the team's success. We still have big things to accomplish and have more puzzle pieces to get, so let's stay focused and really embrace our goals and focus on how we can help the team. I know that you guys probably know this, we read The Winner Within this season, and in our team book study, I felt like for varsity anyways, kind of lined up with where we were at different points in the season. And so he wrapped up the book by saying, you have everything it takes to lift your team and yourself to great, long-lasting achievements, to fulfillment of potential. Go for it. So let's go for it. We've got a couple more games left. Let's finish strong.
I feel like Tamara and I do this all the time.